Some books entertain you, others inform you, and a few become quiet companions. But once in a very rare while, a book appears that does something much greater. It transforms you. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations is one of those books. It wasn't written for an audience, but for the private strengthening of a soul burdened with the weight of an empire. Today, it stands as a timeless guide for anyone seeking clarity, discipline, and inner peace. To read Meditations is to sit beside the man who ruled the most powerful nation in the ancient world, and who did so with humility, virtue, and unwavering self-reflection. In its pages, we meet Marcus not as a flawless emperor, but as a human being wrestling with doubt, suffering, duty, and the relentless demands of life. As we explore how to read this extraordinary work, we uncover more than just a method, we uncover a way of living. This isn't just a book to be read. It's a companion to be lived with. So, how do you begin? First, you have to understand the unusual nature of its creation. These writings were never meant for publication. Marcus Aurelius wrote them in military tents during sleepless nights, amid the biting cold of the frontier, or in stolen moments away from his crushing responsibilities. They are reminders a man wrote to himself, notes on how to remain good in a world that constantly tempted him toward corruption, anger, and despair. When you open Meditations, you're not reading philosophy as a performance. You're reading a private conversation, a man urging himself toward virtue. The words are raw, honest, and unpolished. It's less like a lecture and more like someone whispering truths to themselves in the dark. So to really enter this book, allow yourself to slow down. Imagine the weight of the Roman Empire on your shoulders. Imagine the betrayals, the fears, the relentless decisions. And then imagine a single flame in the darkness, the quiet assurance that wisdom can still be found within. This is the spirit in which you must read Meditations, not as literature but as guidance. Reading Meditations also demands a shift in your motivation. This isn't a book to be conquered. It's a book to be absorbed. Marcus wrote not to impress, but to improve, to steady his mind, to calm his heart, and to remind himself what true strength looks like. And so you, the reader, must adopt the same intention. First, read it to transform your inner world. The pages confront you with questions. What does it mean to live well? How should we respond to anger, fear, or injustice? What's worth caring about, and what isn't? Marcus urges us to become masters of ourselves, not servants of our impulses. Your motivation should be self-mastery, not just intellectual entertainment. Second, read it to challenge your own assumptions. Marcus was trained to rule, but he constantly reminded himself to be humble. He had unimaginable authority, yet he wrote as if he were just a student of life. His humility becomes a mirror for us. How often do we let our ego distort our choices? How often do we forget our small place in the larger human story? And third, read it to cultivate resilience. Modern life is filled with stress, uncertainty, and emotional turbulence. Marcus offers a way to endure without bitterness, to remain calm in a storm, and to find purpose in difficulty. His reflections were born from struggle, not comfort, and so they offer strength when you need it most. You have to approach this book with the motivation of a student seeking wisdom, not a scholar seeking complexity. The teachings are simple, but their implications are profound. As you move through the pages of Meditations, you'll notice certain themes appear again and again, almost like mantras Marcus repeated to himself to stay steady. These are the beating heart of the text, the distilled secrets of a life lived in pursuit of virtue. The first and most central lesson is this: you control your mind, not the world. Marcus constantly reminds himself that external events, praise, insults, loss, fortune are beyond his power, but his interpretation, his response, his inner discipline, those are his domain. If you absorb nothing else from Meditations, absorb this. Your mind is your kingdom. The second theme is that everything is temporary. Empires crumble, faces fade, emotions shift, even suffering moves on. Marcus teaches that by embracing impermanence, we free ourselves from fear and attachment. Nothing truly belongs to us. Everything is just on loan from the universe. Third, you must act with justice, regardless of how others behave. Marcus urges himself to show patience, empathy, and fairness, even when others are flawed. To act justly isn't a reaction to the world. It's a commitment to yourself. Fourth, emotion is a reaction. Reason is a choice. Marcus doesn't deny emotions. Instead, he insists we are not obligated to obey them. Anger may arrive, but we decide if it stays. Fear may whisper, but we decide whether to listen. Fifth, simplicity is freedom. A life crowded with unnecessary desires is a life without peace. Marcus encourages reducing excess in all its forms: physical, emotional, and mental. Within simplicity lies clarity. Another key theme is to not waste the present moment. This moment is all you have, he tells himself again and again. This isn't to inspire fear, but to inspire urgency and urgency to live well, to be kind and to pursue what truly matters. And finally, adversity is fuel for virtue. Every challenge strengthens you if you choose to grow from it. Marcus believed that obstacles refine our character. Hardship is merely the raw material from which greatness is shaped. When you read Meditations, pause at these truths, let them settle in. They aren't just advice to be memorized. They are wisdom to be lived. The true power of Meditations emerges not from reading it once, but from weaving it into the fabric of your daily life. Here's how you can do that. First, read it slowly. Meditations is not a novel. Each sentence is a world. Read a passage, then stop, think, reflect. Ask yourself how these words apply to your life, your challenges, your relationships. Next, read it repeatedly. This is a book meant to be returned to again and again. Each season of your life will reveal new meanings. What comforts you today might challenge you tomorrow. Marcus's wisdom adapts because life itself adapts. You should also write your own reflections. Follow Marcus's example and keep a journal. After reading a passage, write down your thoughts. What resonated with you? What challenged you? What do you need to change? In this act, Meditations becomes personal, it becomes yours. Then practice the dichotomy of control. Throughout your day, pause and ask, is this within my control? If it's not, release it. If it is, then act with purpose. This one habit alone can transform anxiety into clarity. Use adversity as practice. When something difficult happens, a rude comment, a traffic jam, a personal setback, treat it as an opportunity to practice stoic virtue. Turn frustration into patience. Turn fear into courage. Turn pain into understanding. Also, simplify your environment. Remove distractions. Reduce clutter. Create space, both physically and mentally. For clarity, Marcus believed that clarity begins with simplicity. And finally, live with intention. Don't just drift through your days. Wake up each morning asking how you can embody virtue, kindness, discipline, wisdom, courage. Live as if Marcus were writing Meditations right beside you. Through these practices, the book becomes a living dialogue, not a distant text. You walk with Marcus and he walks with you. In the end, to read Meditations is to witness something rare, the honest self-examination of the most powerful man in the world. It teaches us that strength is not loud. It is quiet, that wisdom is not inherited. It is practiced, and that peace is not found in circumstance. It is found in the mind. Marcus Aurelius never intended for us to read his words, and yet perhaps that's why they are so potent. They aren't crafted for attention, they're crafted for truth, and in their sincerity lies their power. As you read Meditations, you're not just studying a philosophy. You're joining a conversation thousands of years old. You are learning from a man who faced greater pressures than most of us will ever know, and who still chose humility, virtue, and self-mastery. Let his reflections guide you, let them challenge you, let them strengthen you. And above all, let them remind you that greatness is not something you are born with, it is something you choose, moment by moment, thought by thought, action by action. For within the pages of Meditations lies not only the wisdom of an emperor, but the blueprint for a meaningful life. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content like this.